Hello, graduates of the class of 2021. Welcome to campus on this beautiful day. My name is Wayne Edwards, Professor and Chair of American Studies, Media and Communications. Having recently returned to Old Westbury's faculty ranks after serving in several administrative posts, I thank our President, Dr. Timothy Sams, our Provost, Dr. Duncan Qualis, and Ms. Danielle Collins-Groner, our Chair of Commencement Committee, for asking me to do the honors of greeting you today. It's a privilege that I do not take lightly. So once again, welcome. As I was preparing my notes, I almost wrote, "Welcome students." But as of Sunday's commencement ceremony, you are no longer students. You are alumni of this fine institution. So give yourselves a well-earned, well-deserved round of applause. I also extend greetings to faculty, staff, administrators, members of the College Council, College Foundation, and friends of the college who are with us today, either in person or virtually. And last but not least, I extend greetings to your families, your friends, and other loved ones who have supported you throughout your impressive academic journey. Please make some noise to show them your love and appreciation. Clapping is good, but that was a little light on the noise. Make some noise. Yeah. All right, much better. Okay, so now that you sound ready, let's get this show on the road. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce someone who is not only a dear friend and colleague, but more importantly, someone who holds a special place in the Old Westbury family. Laura Anker is a Distinguished Service Professor of American Studies and Director of the First Year Experience and Community Action Learning and Leadership Programs. The CALL program has earned Old Westbury a place on the President's Higher Education Community Service Honor Roll ever since its inception in 2007. Dr. Anker is co-editor of the Ethics of Engagement, Educating Leaders for a Just World, co-author of Women of Courage, a study of Jewish and Italian immigrants in New York, and has published peer-reviewed articles and presented papers at national and international conferences on the importance of civic engagement and community learning for retention, intercultural understanding, social activism, and effective global citizenship. A community leader and frequent speaker on issues of education and immigration, Dr. Anker was elected to the East Hampton Union Free School District for 7 terms, that's 21 years, and served both as its president and vice president. She's also served on the executive committee of the East Hampton Group for Good Government. In 2018, Laura Anker was honored by the Old Westbury College Foundation with the Leadership Award, and in 2019 was awarded the Outstanding Experiential Educator for Higher Education by the National Society for Experiential Education. Ladies and gentlemen, please give your warmest welcome to Dr. Laura Anker.
Thank you, Dr. Edwards, Danielle Collins-Groner, President Sams, all the administrators, faculty, staff, but most important, thank you to our students, our graduates, the graduating class of 2021, the largest graduating class in Old Westbury's history. Give yourselves a big round of applause. While we were able to honor you virtually in Sunday's grand formal graduation with all its pomp and circumstance, we are also so happy to be able to celebrate your achievements in these small, more personal ceremonies on Old Westbury's beautiful campus. And how happy are all of you to be back at Old Westbury for this event. I know that I am. My heart is warmed. It is beautiful and it is a gorgeous day, and it hasn't started to rain yet. Although the health precautions imposed by COVID-19 prevent your parents, extended families, and significant others from being in the room with us today, we're live streaming the festivities, and you'll be able to take pictures with them outside to memorialize this wonderful occasion. I know that your parents are your greatest cheerleaders. They join us in applauding your achievements, academic, personal, and civic, the ways you've grown and the obstacles you have overcome to graduate from Old Westbury. Without their love and support, you would not be college graduates. Please join me in applauding them one more time. Born out of the struggles for civil rights and economic, racial, and gender equality of the 1960s, Old Westbury is a young college with a long tradition of commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion, educational empowerment, active learning, community engagement, and leadership for change. From its inception, Old Westbury was committed to providing an elite liberal arts interdisciplinary education in a democratic context, to educating those who had been traditionally bypassed by American higher education, women, students of color, immigrants, working class young people, and older adults. By graduating, you demonstrate that you have, in the words of Adrienne Rich, claimed this very special education. Although we often speak about education as a gift, Adrienne Rich reminds us that learning is never passively received. It requires active engagement and the courage to challenge preconceived ideas and boundaries, and you've all done that. Most of you have worked often too many hours while finding time to study to help support your families and support yourself and contribute to your families. Your graduation itself challenges the widening economic and racial divide in American society. By being here today and in your contributions to your families and communities, you personify Mahatma Gandhi's often quoted phrase, "You must be the change you wish to see in the world." I know that the faculty, administrators, and staff gathered here today share my respect, admiration, and even awe at the enormity of your accomplishments. Graduating from college is a major achievement in normal times, but you've persevered under the most challenging of circumstances, a worldwide pandemic that has ravaged our nation and the globe, forcing you to complete the last year and a half of your college education remotely. Despite the difficulties of the transition to virtual learning, you've excelled academically and contributed as tutors, teaching assistants, college and community ambassadors, poll watchers, essential workers, and so much more. You're leaving us to continue your education in graduate programs and professional schools, or to begin your careers serving our society as teachers, public servants, mathematicians, computer and environmental scientists, entrepreneurs, traditional and digital artists and graphic designers, print, video, photo, and new media journalists who speak truth to power, knowing that education is the essential foundation of a democratic society and of engaged global citizenship. As college graduates, you will enjoy more rewarding careers and earn at least $1 million more over your lifetime than those whose highest degree is a high school diploma. But your Old Westbury liberal arts education will continue to enrich your lives in so many more important ways than money, making you happier and transforming your careers, friendships, ideas, values, and communities, the person you are and whom you will become. I can testify that learning from the differences and similarities in your voices and in your stories, inside and outside the classroom, has shaped my life and who I am as a teacher, historian, community activist, friend, spouse, mother, and grandparent. And I was saying before that it's actually transformed the lives of my children as well and my grandchildren as they've learned from me and I've learned from you. And that's the way that we all pay it forward. And in a way, I think it is our immortality. It's the way in which we're part of this greater whole, the universe. You are graduating from college at a particularly difficult time for our nation, during a global pandemic which has taken so many lives, accentuated the problems of racism and inequality that have plagued our country from its inception, and continue to undermine our democracy and our humanity. But you, the Old Westbury graduating class of 2021, make this also a time of great hope and optimism for a better future. The unique diversity of Old Westbury has enriched your classrooms and challenged all of you to listen more fully, reflect more deeply, think more critically, decide more ethically, care more intensely, love more broadly, and act more courageously and compassionately in everything you do. It has taught you, in the words of Martin Luther King, that an injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. As Old Westbury graduates, you know that the greatest measure of success is the contributions you make to the community. You have learned from the different experiences and perspectives of your classmates and faculty to speak out and act against racism, sexism, inequality, and cruelty. To, quote, break that silence and bridge some of those differences between us, as Audre Lorde reminds us, for it is not difference which immobilizes, but silence. To a divided nation and world, torn apart by racism, hate, inequality, and the decimation of the environment, you bring the ideals and values expressed in Old Westbury's historic social justice mission: access and equity, inclusivity, critical thinking, empathy, creativity, intercultural understanding, lifelong learning, and civic activism, a commitment to building a more just and sustainable world. As graduates, you've become part of Old Westbury's history, but you also join the family of global alumni, 31,000 people strong, who will shape the college's future. We look forward to staying in touch and connected as you embark on your life journeys, and hope that you will channel the magic of Old Westbury to the problems of your communities, our nation, and the world, today and in the future. Thank you, and congratulations. I'll give you one more round of applause. And now it is my great honor to introduce our new president, Dr. Timothy E. Sams. Dr. Sams, yes, a round of applause. Dr. Sams began his tenure as the 6th president of Old Westbury in January 2021 amid the COVID-19 pandemic, protest, political unrest, and the college's pivot to virtual learning. Quite a courageous act. Dr. Sams brought with him 3 decades of experience in improving academic success and college completion, particularly for students from underrepresented and marginalized communities. In the 4 short months since his arrival, Dr. Sams' commitment to Old Westbury's students, and I don't know if you felt the love and the caring as he said hello to you as you were waiting for this event to begin. His commitment to the students and mission has won him the admiration, respect, and affection of the entire Old Westbury community. His leadership promises to advance Old Westbury's impact on the local and global community and our standing as one of the most diverse colleges in the nation, with a commitment to educational excellence, access, and equity, once more to building a more just and sustainable world. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I want to ask you to join me in once again thanking Dr. Anker for her excellent words. So please join me. I also want to ask you to join me again in thanking Dr. Edwards for agreeing to get up here and to marshal us through today's process. Thank you, Dr. Edwards. As you know, on Sunday, we had an excellent virtual commencement that featured you. As you may not know, the person responsible for that, as well as this week's 14 recognition ceremonies, is Miss Danielle Collins-Groner. Please thank her. She would be quick to say that she had a host of people helping her. I would be quick to say that she led a host of people. But nevertheless, we really appreciate the hard work you've done. And likewise, this event is not just put together by Danielle, but there are folks all around this room, some who are outside and some who spent the last week preparing our campus for you, merely because you are our most important asset. And we are as proud today and happy to see you as you are as happy to see us and proud of yourself. We thank you for this opportunity, but I want to ask you to give one more round of applause for everybody behind the scene, those who are taking the pictures, those who are doing the video, those who cut the grass and beautified this beautiful campus, everyone who made this week possible. Thank you. On Sunday, we virtually recognized approximately 1,400 undergraduates and graduates who completed their studies here at Old Westbury. Unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we had to conduct the ceremony virtually, but in my opinion, we did a really good job. And again, I hope you agree. Yet today, we continue to honor you graduates with this recognition ceremony that is designed to allow you to have an in-person opportunity, most especially with your professors. My job is to welcome you to today's ceremony. In addition to observing your accomplishments and turning to you and saying, well done, we also appreciate your giving us a chance to put our beautiful regalia on. So thank you for giving us yet another chance to put on these expensive robes, these beautiful robes and caps. I mean, look at Dr. Anker, right? Almost want to go to her school, right? But thank you for that as well. We owe you graduates an even greater note of gratitude for allowing us to be part of your growth and your development over the past 2, 4, 5, and even, for one among us, 7 years. We appreciate that. We appreciate your thinking highly enough of us to allow us to be integral to your growth, both intellectually and developmentally. We appreciate that. By way of formally welcoming you, I want to tell you this. In Ghana, West Africa, when you leave and return home after a trip, they sit you in the family room, living room. The family sits with you, and they give you a cold drink and ask you a simple question upon which you are expected to expound and not miss a detail. And that is, what have you done since the last time we saw you? Simple question, but appropriate for this moment, appropriate for you. Since the last time we saw you in person, a year and a half ago, you've been in quarantine, you worked during a pandemic, you took care of your families, some of you even said your final goodbyes to loved ones. You took to the streets and organized against racial injustice, all while maintaining your focus on your goal of graduating and finishing in spring of 2021. That is impressive. So it's fair to say that you have stayed focused, stayed rigorous, and stayed committed to your future in the time since we last met. And because of that, today, we are immensely proud of you, and we, in fact, honor you. We honor you, and we welcome to your well-earned recognition ceremony. Congratulations. While the focus of today is on you graduates, I'd be remiss if I didn't recognize two members of the SUNY Old Westbury team who are with us here today. We recognize these women during our virtual commencement on Sunday, but this is the first opportunity for me to meet with them and formally acknowledge their achievements. First, I am proud to recognize Dr. Jenny D'Ambroise, Assistant Professor of Mathematics, who is the winner of the 2021 SUNY Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Teaching. Dr. D'Ambroise, would you please come forward? The Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Teaching recognizes consistently superior teaching at the graduate, undergraduate, or professional level, in keeping with the state university's commitment to providing its students with instruction of the highest quality. Dr. D'Ambroise was recognized by her peers for the indelible impression she leaves upon students through her teaching practices, her generous support, the generous support she provides students, both in and out of the classroom, and her ongoing concern for the continuous intellectual and personal growth of her students. I'm sure many of you could attest to that, and I saw a couple of heads nod just now. Please join me now in congratulating the 2021 Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Teaching, Dr. Jenny D'Ambroise. That's right, you go, woman. Now, I would ask Ms. Rafa Sada to please join me up at the podium. Ms. Sada stands before us today as a recipient of the 2021 SUNY Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Professional Service. This award recognizes consistently superior professional achievement within and beyond the expected performance among the state university's professional staff. A 19-year member, wow, of the campus team, Ms. Sada was recognized for consistently superior levels of performance in helping students to first enroll, then adjust, and ultimately thrive at SUNY Old Westbury. The students she assists have thanked her across her career for opening the doors of higher education. Let me just say this. I think many of you know that I was an EOP student or HEOP student. So this moment for me is extra special. It's extra special because many people like Ms. Sada made it possible for me to be here. And had they not done that, I couldn't tell you where I would be. So I am personally thanking you for the work that you have done. Please join me in congratulating 2021 Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Professional Service winner, Ms. Rafa Sada. So I return to the podium, our Masters of Ceremony, Dr. Edwards. Thank you.
Okay, so as we move toward the conclusion of today's ceremony, I think it's appropriate that we thank Dr. Sams and Dr. Anker for their lovely and encouraging and inspiring words. We do that? Thank you. Thank you. So I want to ask you if we can make a deal, actually two deals. As I was growing up, my mother always said to myself and my older brother and my younger sister that if you're fortunate enough, she actually used the word if you're blessed enough, to achieve any level of success in life, to keep in mind that you didn't get there by yourself. Somewhere along the way, somebody, or more likely many somebodies, reached out a hand and helped pull you along. So as alumni of this fine institution, and as you go out into the world now representing Old Westbury, I ask that the first part of the deal is your willingness to reach out to others as opportunities present themselves for you to do that. Okay? So as you go on your journey, wherever your careers may take you, I guarantee you along the way, those opportunities will present themselves. And all I'm asking is, as Old Westbury alum, can you rise to the challenge and reach out your hand when that moment comes and help someone else just as others have helped you? Can we do that? Okay, you know what? So I appreciate that. I appreciate the claps. But my mother would say, I need to hear you speak. So can we put a voice to that and say, yes, yes. All right, thank you. And the second part of the deal, as alumni, again, you now represent the college. And our hope is that you will stay in touch with the college. Okay? And that you will offer your support to the college. Now, don't get nervous. I know some of you might say, wait, did he just say support? Is he like hitting us up for some dollars today? Okay. So there's a two-part answer to that. No, but the caveat is not today. Huh? But Penny Chin, I don't know if Penny's in the room. Penny is our Director of Alumni Affairs, will certainly be reaching out to you if she hasn't already, and to ask you for your support, because here's what you may or may not know, that no college, no university survives, much less thrives, without a strong alumni base. And as you leave here today, you leave here as part of this 31,000 Old Westbury alum family that now is across the globe. Okay, so what we ask is that you help support the college. Okay, and I'll tell you why that's important, because your financial support helps provide scholarships. I'm sure there are some in this room today who have benefited from scholarships, help support faculty research, help support programs and activities for students, and your support in fundraising campaigns like our recent Student Emergency Fund campaign that raised over $100,000 to provide pandemic-related relief for students in need, happens because, in large part, because alumni are connected to the college and give back to the college. So in a sense, it goes back to what I was just saying about reaching out a hand. That's another way to reach out a hand. Okay? But there's another way you can reach out a hand to those coming behind you. And that's if you receive a call or an email from Penny Chin or whoever it may be, and you get a message like, we're having a program in a month, 2 weeks, whatever it is, and we're wondering if you would come back to campus and speak to students and share the benefit of your wisdom and your experience and your knowledge so that the next generation of students can get to the same point that you are now. So that's another way to give back, to reach out that hand. So what do you think? Can you agree to do that? All right. Okay, now, all of this is on camera, so we got proof that you said yes. All right? So our ceremony will conclude as follows. Graduates will move row by row with the help of volunteer ushers, starting from the back of the room up to the podium. We have our, yes, no? Yes, we have our Zoom station where some of your professors may be there in Zoom waiting to say hello. So please stop by the Zoom station on your way to the podium and wave, say hello. Remember to leave space between you and the person in front of you. We are socially distancing. Despite what some basketball arenas might be doing, we are socially distancing. Okay? Hand your yellow name card to Danielle. And as your name is read, cross the stage, take a picture with Dr. Sams. And after being greeted by faculty who will be waiting for you after you take your picture, return to your seats for one last Old Westbury formality. Right? And you will also, I should mention, as you make your way around, you will receive an Old Westbury swag bag Lots of good stuff in there, courtesy of your Student Government Association. So enjoy that as well. So at this moment, Dr. Sams, may I ask you to take your position in the center of the stage? And may I invite our Acting Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Amanda Friskin, to the podium to read the names of our graduates. And congratulations, everybody.
Stephen Northshield, Computer and Information Sciences. Maria Romero Sorto, Computer and Information Sciences, cum laude, bronze cord. Michael Borsch, Computer and Information Sciences. Fumiya Uchiyama, Computer and Information Sciences. Arvingson Midi, Management Information Systems. Imtiaz Raymond, Computer and Information Sciences. Eric Caballos, Management Information Systems. Benjamin Hanley, Visual Arts, summa cum laude, gold cord. Daniel Diameller, Visual Arts, cum laude, bronze cord. Jonathan Gussman, Visual Arts, summa cum laude, gold cord. Michael Odemena, Computer and Information Sciences. Jesse Cruz, Visual Arts, cum laude, bronze cord. Joshin Sepp Bullock, Visual Arts. Freddie Sanchez, Computer and Information Sciences, summa cum laude, gold cord. Ria Gajar, Computer and Information Sciences. Jonelle Gardner, Management Information Systems. Chantrell Gardner, Management Information Systems. Kiana McGee, Mathematics. Jessica Polanco, Computer and Information Sciences. Ramnik Kaur, Computer and Information Sciences, cum laude, Bronze Court.
You don't have to rush. It's your day. You worked hard for this moment. Okay. First of all, congratulations to our graduates one more time. I want to ask you graduates to turn to your faculty, to your professors, and thank them for their years of toil and encouragement and wisdom and giving you everything and pouring into you over the past years. Give them one final note of thanks for all that they've done. Then finally, I ask every staff person and every faculty person, every professor, everyone in here to turn to our graduates and give them a rousing round of applause. We are truly proud of you. One final thing. You are one of the rarest classes here at Old Westbury to have the opportunity of graduating twice. I'm going to ask you to take your tassel, move it to the right side of your mortarboard. This is that moment. And on the count of 3, you're going to turn your tassel to the left side of your mortarboard. 1, 2, 3. You have officially graduated 2 times from Old Westbury. That concludes today's ceremony. Congratulations.